frustrating afternoon, Kevin, I guess.
Aye, listen, I think the better team in the day has lost a game of football. It was a terrific cup tie, it's what the cup tie is all about. And listen, we take criticism as managers and coaches and players, we do so for every week. And referees have got a hard job, and I keep on saying that, the officials had a big impact in the game today. There's no doubt about that. For me, a clear-cut penalty. The lead up to their goal, which taking the lead up is a fantastic goal, and it's a great piece of football and a phenomenal finish for Darren. But he tells the boy to go back 10 yards to take a throw and proceeds to let him then go forward 10 yards. So now it's avoidable after that. That then doesn't excuse no stopping the goal, because, and as I say, it's a goal of high quality. So, but that's the frustration, to then be personally abused by a referee is the only way I can put it.
Was that with your yellow card?
Well, no, that was before my yellow card. That was before I got a chance to speak to the referee, what he said to me, and I need to take that to the SFA. Football's a really passionate sport, and the passion has been taken out to a degree. Referees have got to be protected, of course I agree with that. And I sympathise with myself. I'm a bit of a loony in the sidelines. It comes with passion, don't wave your arms in the dugout. I mean, what kind of rule is that? It's too, why? Who am I hurting? I'm allowed to disagree, as they are allowed to disagree with my opinion. But at what point does disagreeing become this headmaster kind of, no, if you don't agree with me, it's a booking. So I've got to investigate that, with the powers that be, and sit down with, Lloyd, and sit down with the top guys to get them to explain to me, why he said to me is acceptable. So we'll do that. But that aside, very disappointed in the result for the boys. I thought they were phenomenal. I thought they played ever so well, and the commitment as usual was terrific. And Clyde got a penalty that was no more than a penalty than ours was our claim for a penalty in the first half. So, but that's the way it went today. But I wish Clyde all the very best in the next round, and I hope they go on to have a successful season. But right now, my focus is on Albion.
Did you ask the referee about the Dylan Bikey penalty?
No, I spoke to the referee for about 15-20 seconds towards the end of the first half, of which I certainly didn't swear. I've got beyond 5 or 6 witnesses of that. I didn't raise my voice. I raised my hands to gesture, as you do when you speak, when you're trying to explain something. That's my nature. It's just beyond me. So I had no other conversation with the referee throughout the half-time stoppage. I went out, stood in the dugout, and I was booked on the way out. I was booked, when the ref came out, so that was that. So,
the Sean Heaver chance was a big moment in the game, wasn't it, first half as well? Aye,
and we wouldn't want to fault anybody else at the minute. Sean's really fiery, and he's energetic, and he's been in good form, but I thought he maybe just delayed a wee bit. I don't know if there was a wee bit of hesitation in there just for that half second that allowed the keeper, who makes a fantastic save, maybe to get out a yard or two further. But that's maybe you've got to give the keeper more credit. It was a good save, and but pardon me, it was a phenomenal chance, and again, it's pretty similar to Cove, well, not similar to Cove in performance, because I thought we were far more game than we were at Cove, but best chances, hard luck story again, and it's a fine line between that happening too much, so we've got to turn it, I've got to turn those sort of fine lines our way.
And second half just difficult, they were quite organised obviously to create too much.
I thought the game became a bit scrappy in the second half, probably due to Clyde playing for time, managing the game as you would when you're 1-0 up away from home. They do it well, they're well organised, as you've said, and so credit to them. Listen, it's not been Peter the Greeter, you've got to accept what Clyde have done today. They've come up with us with a sucker punch in the first half of high quality. They've got their noses in front at half time. You don't want to be behind against Clyde because they're that type of side, they do manage the game well. They've got good experience and good pros there. So the second half, we huffed and puffed, and we tried to carve out the chances, which we get ourselves into some great positions, but just that final ball maybe let us down a wee bit in the finishing. But it's a really harsh lesson today, but as I say, for me, just my personal opinion, I don't think the players got out of the game what they deserved, but that's football sometimes.
Give you the confidence you can go to Elgin and get your first away win in the league this season?
Yeah, well, again, you can trace us back. Going through the games, we should have won at Annan, we should have won at Brecon. So the performance levels there, of that there's absolutely no doubt. So we've got to go with the same mentality, put this to bed pretty quickly, as we did last week with Annan. Put it to bed, make sure we're ready for next week. And we're going up to a very difficult place. Elgin are really tough at home. I know they've been beaten today, but they're playing a good side, a couple of divisions up there in Alloa. So it's a huge ask next week. But we've got to go to the well again into that reserve tank and really dig deep and hopefully keep this momentum going in the league. Another victory would set us up nicely for a home game against Brecon, I think, and that could propel us again. But no further than next Saturday, and just looking forward to it. It's Gavin sets his teams up to attack and play football, and we'll be the same. So hopefully predicting quite an open game with loads of goals in Stirling's favour, but I'm sure time will tell.